the actuator to give her the engines.
Oh.
Center engine doesn't get
No.
forward too.
Oh.
To her engine.
Oh, yeah.
The hydraulics would be the feeble.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
No more progress. I didn't see all the sheeting underneath the stuff yesterday, but that's coming along. And we got sheeting going up on the building. All the frame seems to be done. Should be fun. Looking more like a finished shop all the time. Almost got the roof in, end walls. So close. Should be finished up tomorrow, they were saying. So we'll see. Hopefully it's big enough. We shall soon see. Well, it's getting super close. They cut the thresholds out, so that's good. Doing some other little trim ups, I guess, here and there. And then put some more of the trim around the edge. And yeah, put the doors in. The doors are sitting over there by the shed. But yeah, got some spare parts. I asked them to set aside some things so I could maybe make the pump house match the shop. We'll see. But so far, I'm excited. Well, the guys got the shop finished late last night. Late, like 8 o'clock. They had a bunch of little tuning up and whatnot to do. Got some adjusting to do with the doors. I think we have to grind some concrete. But I'm going to go take a look inside and see how vast this thing is. Well, I'll flip the camera around here a minute. Get me out of the way. But this gives you an idea. That's a 12-foot ceiling at the wall, and it's almost 16 feet at the peak. 36 feet wide by 68 feet long. So we've got 3 doors. This is the 10 by 12, 12 foot wide, 10 foot high door that we're having trouble with because of the concrete. That's a 10 by 10. Then that is a 12 foot wide, 10 foot high door on that side. So we'll have plenty of room in here. I say that thinking that all of my stuff's going to fit, but we're thinking over by this wall here in that section is initially where I figured I might put the trailer. Don't know if I want it all in here or if we'll put it out in the shade somewhere. Workshop kind of along this wall here with toolboxes, workbench. And then starting after this door here, we will put shelving for storing stuff. Then against the far wall where the 10 by 10 door is, that's where the tractor side by side and those kind of things will end up getting stored. So that'll be nice. So now we can work on getting side by side or the farm truck and the tractor stored. It eventually will go in that far side. It's a pretty good sized building. Hoping that we can get all this stuff in there. But feeling super blessed that we've got this and the ability to get it built. Just super excited. Just wish I didn't have a bum leg so I could get this thing going. So I built up a little bit of a ramp there so we could get stuff in and out. A little dark in here without doors open and lights, but we got the tractor, the farm truck, and the zero turn in here. Hopefully Connor will finish up getting ready. There he is. And we can get some of this other stuff moved in here. Connor and Karen made some headway in the garage. There used to be a bunch of stuff between here and there. The mower and such was over there, so hopefully we'll get those 2 shelf rows moved over into this area and yeah, go from there. Thank you, honey, for pulling cars in.
You're welcome.
So now we got the truck and Connor's car in here for now. and a whole bunch more stuff moved in. Way off over there, we got the tractor and the farm truck.
And the mower.
Oh, yeah, and the zero turns over there too. And yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. So hopefully a lot more of this stuff will go vertical instead of sitting so low. I got to get the shelving over here and organized, but I think it'll all fit. It should be good. And we even got a nice little seating area there. And where the light is, we got the table from Hollywood Studios. Yay. Love you, honey.
Love you too.
I'm going to see what I can get done here in the shop today. Still trying to baby my foot so I don't get it swells up if I'm on it too much. But I wanted to finally get a good look at the Kubota tractor to see what may have happened when the tree fell on it. I noticed some things when I moved it in here that it was a little tweaked. Steering wheel's bent, hood doesn't close right, but also found out that I may not be able to use the shop. We moved a few things in, but may have to move it all out. We don't have the final inspection, and now I guess there's some issues that came up that, I don't know, stay tuned, we'll see what happens. So let me get that move forward, and that should allow the hood to open, but see there's this gap. It shouldn't be there. There's a bit of a dent here where the tree landed on it. But this, I don't know if that's broken or what. It may take me 2 hands to fudge with that, but I'm guessing that's pretty bent. I guess the kind of good news is this is a pin, so it could have slid forward, and it goes into this latch here. But it definitely sat forward from where it was. I'm not sure exactly how to get that to go backwards. I may have to kind of hard to tell from these views, but there might be a bit of a bend up there or something. Let me investigate that a little bit. Let me give a shot at popping this dent out right here. See if this does it. A little bit better. Definitely needs some metal working, but I don't think that's what kept it from or made it. Let me put this hammer over here in the farm truck. I don't think that's what made that hood wacky, but may take a little bit more. Also, the steering wheel is bent. Kind of see it's higher on this side than that other side. Don't know if I can pop that off. My problem is I don't have all my tools in the shop yet. I'd have to use the tractor with probably the forks to get them up in here. And considering I may not be able to, may have to move everything back out of the shop. I don't know how much effort I want to do to put things in here. I was going to see if I get the tractor over and pull out a piece of palmetto or two that have been nagging at me as I can look at them from the outside. So maybe I'll do that. Notice that this trim panel's popped down a little bit. That might be contributing. Because see, this lines up. I wonder if the console's what got really hammered on. I'll have to see about that. Maybe that's what got bent. Well, I got my foot up. It's starting to bug. But shoved a lot of the stuff over a little bit into a tighter knit pile. It was kind of spread out. Got that new pallet jack, which is nice. But I really wish I knew the fate of the shop at the moment. It's been a long journey to try and get this thing built. I was looking back at the papers, and we had the building design back in April. Here it is, January. So, but we knew we originally had the shop up front over a year ago, And now that it's built, I don't know. It may have to get some changes made for it to pass code, and we'll see how much that means. But anyway, I'm going to sit here and enjoy. I got my little chairs from surplus at work, so I'm going to sit here with my foot up for a little while and scroll on my phone and relax. Well, this was where a lot of the stuff that's in the shop now was stored. It was a bit of a mess, so I organized this stuff, and of course was able to find my chair and get that situated so I could sit down and put my foot up again. This working's like not for the faint of heart, I tell you. So today, everybody's gone. Connor went back to school. Karen and Cody went off to Space Coast. So it's just Thor and me left laying here. He's just being a lap cat today. So that's usually kind of different. If everybody's gone, he tends to kind of hang out on my lap, though. But that's all right. He keeps me warm. It's a little cool today in Florida. Right? Yeah. You can go back to sleep. Kind of silly of me, but you can see this pallet jack in here. We just got that the other day at Harbor Freight. But I was just out at Cast Connection, property control, and picked up that couch. And we got it out of the truck, which we could pull right into the shop. And I had it sitting on the floor, and I'm like, how in the world am I going to move this couch from behind the truck to where I want it? So I just used the old pallet jack. Well, one of the times I get to park the truck inside the shop. Makes a nice garage for it. I did get that couch going, so that was kind of fun. But I don't think I'm going to be able to sit in there and watch. I'm going to see if I can see the Falcon Heavy go up. So it should be off kind of in that there direction, but we'll see. But anyway, pretty exciting. Getting ready to go to small group, so as soon as the Falcon Heavy launches, I'm going to head off to small group and hang out with friends. Karen and Cody are actually out at the Space Coast getting ready to watch Falcon Heavy go up and the two boosters come back down. So that should be cool.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine full power and liftoff of USSF 67. Go Falcon Heavy. Go Space Force.
Sorry, Thor. He stepped on his tail. He was right underfoot.
Booster chamber pressures are nominal.
I'm not sure if I'm going to see it from here, or when I'll see it, or if I'll see it. We're giving it a shot. Oh, there it is. Right off over there. See if I can get zoomed in on it.
T plus 40 seconds into flight under the power of 5 million pounds of thrust.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon Heavy is headed to space. Now we did throttle down the engines around the T plus 40 second mark
Supersonic.
in preparation for Max Q.
Max Q.
And great call out there that we have passed through Max Q. That's the largest mechanical stress on the vehicle on ascent. And incredible, incredible views there on your screen. Falcon Heavy in flight. Now next events coming up will be booster engine cutoff, or BECO, followed by separation of the side boosters, and followed by their side booster boost back burns. And then will be center core main engine cutoff, or what we call MECO.
Let's see if I can get zoomed in better.
Again, those events coming up here just under a minute away.
Beautiful.
That will be BECO. That's where the side boosters engines will shut down. The center core will push those side boosters away from the vehicle. Then those two side boosters can begin to make their way back down to Earth with their boost back burns. And on your right-hand screen, you could see the views from each of those side boosters. Really incredible views here. Again, we will have BECO side booster, boost back burn, followed by
Wow.
main
That
engine
is
cutoff
so
of
cool.
the center core here in just a few seconds.
Side booster separation.
There's a little bit of a delay between the audio
Hey.
here
Core booster
and
startup.
what we're seeing.
Incredible
Here
views. We just had Beco and separation of the side boosters, and you can see on your left-hand screen that the side boosters have lit back up. They are now in their boost back burn, making their way back down to Earth. Now, those side boosters are returning to Florida under the power of 3 engines. That's 3 of the 9 M1D engines.
Oh, I see them. There they are. They're making those ghosty
So
glows
next
going
up will be the conclusion. Next up will be the conclusion of those side booster boost back burns,
I don't think
followed
I've
by
ever seen it this
MECO
close
on the
from here.
center core, as well as stage separation of the center core and the second stage, and then SES-1 or second stage engine start 1.
All vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
All right, let me see if I can zoom in. There's actually a plane coming by. Right there is boosters. They're gonna fade in now, I think. But right there, you can kind of see them twinkle every so often. Those are the boosters coming back. There goes one burn. Let me see if I can zoom in now that it's getting it going.
We got some views here from those side
Yeah, it's gonna be
boosters there
fuzzy.
on your screen.
But there they are.
At the time of separation, the side boosters were traveling slow enough to turn around and make their way back to land, to our side-by-side landing pads. If we have successful landings today, we'll mark the 163rd and 164th landing of an orbital-class rocket. As I mentioned earlier, the center core will be expendable, and we are not attempting to recover it today.
Right, I think that's all we're gonna see. But
Now that landing
awesome.
burn coming up here in just about 20 seconds or so.
shot. So we're going to use the BX23S to try and get this treadmill out of the truck. Treadmill, I think, weighs about 600 pounds, maybe. So we're going to get a rigging strap and work on this. So with a lot of finagling, we got here. And I was thinking I could just drop it down, but I'm going to hit the plastic housing on the lift. So I either have to go up, which makes it raise higher, which might work, but I want to get something under these corners, and then we'll deal with it here in a minute. So they ran off to get a couple more of these apple boxes, and what I'll do is set that, oh, it's too low for that even, under there. All right, so we finally got it off the truck and we got it powered and Karen's able to get stuff going. We may just leave it sit here for the night and see if it charges its little battery. But there's, what is the clock doing up there? There's like pace, oh, pace is how fast, distance. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, good job, honey. Now you got your new workout routine. You can keep going. So the interesting thing we found, I'm trying to walk around with my crutches half hacking on my hand. Hold on. All right. I think that this thing came off of a cruise ship because this was the power cord they gave us. So, not sure, but it's a Life Fitness 95X. It all seems to be functional and working. I only slightly scratched it when we got it off the truck with the forks. But, is it still on the screen? Oh, it probably just needed a boot up and get going. So there we have it. 175 bucks. I got a, well, 3,500 used, refurbished, or 6,000 roughly new, I think. Elliptical. So that'll help me with getting my foot back in order and my shoulder too. Physical therapist said, yeah, that'll be good. So cool.
down low. I'm going over it.
Shoot the bigger one again, that's fine. Definitely high and right.
Yes.
There you go. That was your expelled round hitting the roof. So, update on me. I can now go about, well, I can go the day without taking a leave, but at night it seems to make it a little bit easier to sleep at the moment. Trying to get away from taking any of that stuff. My shoulder, my clavicle still seems to pop up a little bit, but if I'm careful, I can keep that from doing that. That's where the pain from that comes in. Right ribs are still let me know every so often that they're there. Left, don't really have any problems with. Foot, I still can't walk on it, but oh well. I do starting to notice other things that are a little less painful right in here. My jaw's been bugging. I don't know if I hit it or how that worked out, but it's still a little wonky at the moment. But anyway, still super thankful that I'm healing up. I've got a ton of people praying over us, so we appreciate all of that for everybody's support. And I'm actually going to try crutches. I tried a scooter. It's a little unstable. I got to do some repairs on it, which means I got to find tools and such. But I may try the crutches and see how well that works. It may be, I think, a little bit easier to get around instead of having to juggle like trying to get over thresholds, or steps and things with a scooter. You got to get off the scooter and move the scooter and then hobble over to it. Whereas crutches might work a little bit better. I don't know. Might allow me to be able to get around in the yard a little bit too. We will see, but that's my experiment for the upcoming days. Been playing with OBS Studio, so hopefully I can use that a little bit better in Zoom and so forth. So I've been trying to find projects to occupy my time and get a little bit more skills and so forth, but not use my arm too much. Anyway, again, thanks everybody who's praying. Thanks for all of your support. And if you get a chance, subscribe, and you'll be able to see the updates I put out every so often. But as of right now, I'm feeling much, much better, especially than I was a month ago. Anyway, take care. God bless.